Hey, I'm Jesse Jace.
I'm Toshi Onchi.
And this is part 2 of our look at the Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack. If you didn't see part 1,
Go watch it.
Go watch it. Check the description for the link because it's on a different channel.
Yes. Watch them in order. You're going to get soundtrack spoilers. You don't have to watch them in order.
No, do watch them in order.
Watch them in order.
Because we're talking about stuff other than the music too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Karaponosora.
So this was the theme song. But do you get a Silent Hill vibe from this? Because
Yes.
I do.
It's the...
Yeah. That's very Silent Hill right
Yes.
there.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. Oh. And this version doesn't have vocals, huh?
No, which is what I like about it.
I like the vocals version, just except for that one part. Yeah, he does this weird noise.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that. We might have to add that one. It's not on my list, but we can make an exception.
We can listen to it later if you want.
That is an Uematsu track. Like he wrote that for
Yeah. This was a nice tune. This plays in Aerith's town, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. This is like the first time you hear that tune, and I'm like, oh, that's the tune.
The town where there's the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sector 5? 5? I think so. Wait.
Yes?
Yes. I felt like this tune fits really well in the Final Fantasy VII world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember the singing in this part in the credit. I didn't.
You don't like it?
Yeah. Because I know what goes on behind the scenes. Like someone writes the words in Japanese, and then they're like, "We need a native English speaker to translate these to English." And if you translate lyrics, they never sound right. And you can always kind of tell, like, oh, this wasn't written in this language originally. Just like, you can tell when a script wasn't written in...
They should have just recorded both languages.
Well, now we're going to get into the tracks by the polarizing Suzuki Mitsuto.
Okay, I want to hear what you're talking about.
Okay, so first we're going to hear a couple that I like.
Okay.
One of them is track 67. Midnight Rendezvous. What is it? Shinyo no Machibuse?
Midnight Rendezvous is...
I don't know when...
Dude, this sounds like Final Fantasy X.
Kinda.
This is like
Cheap
straight up
keyboards.
10 music.
When does this play?
It's like Macalania Forest or something. Midnight Rendezvous makes me think of when you go to Jesse's house, but
Maybe.
I don't know if that's where this music plays or not.
I think I added this to the list because it's a new track.
It is. It's not. I mean, it sounds nice. I like it.
It's not in the old game.
You can tell a different composer made this.
It's a bit weird, but I don't dislike it. It's kind of a lot going on in it. What is that? There's some piano or something? Like the high?
Yeah.
This sounds like Minecraft. Did you ever listen to the music from Minecraft?
I played Minecraft.
Some of it's like... Actually, it's a solid soundtrack. A track by the same guy, which I like even a little more, is the next one, track 68, The Collapsed Expressway. This is when...
It's like a Sega game. I remember this. That's the part.
This is Cloud moving big robot arms.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. And Aerith kept saying, "Come on, Cloud, hurry up."
Yeah.
Shut up, Aerith.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Listen to this B part.
This part
Kind of Chinese sounding.
Final Fantasy 13. This sounds like Final Fantasy 13 to me.
Really?
I know, I just...
if Final Fantasy 13 sounds like this, then maybe I should play Final Fantasy 13 because.
Oh, you never played it?
There's that lightning.
Yeah.
I think I played a demo and that's it.
Okay. A lot of the soundtrack has kind of this vibe to it. You said this is Suzuki, right? Not Hamazu?
Suzuki Mitsuto. Did he work on 13?
Oh, I don't think so.
Like, he's capable of. This is a solid track, I think.
13's soundtrack is completely solid. It's good.
When you're in a battle during that collapsed expressway,
Oh, yeah?
you hear a Uematsu,
no.
high touch.
High touch?
Which is yeah. This is a new track, but Uematsu wrote it. You remember this, right?
Yeah.
When you get in a fight in the expressway?
Yeah. I remember thinking, like, this is some crazy, like, techno shit, and after they have this nice orchestral soundtracks,
Yeah.
then suddenly there's this, and I was like, oh!
I liked it, though.
It's like sensory overload.
And it's called High Touch because of this stupid subplot where Aerith and
I know.
Cloud can't high-five each other. Which, it's like, welcome to COVID reality, Aerith. Can't high touch anyway.
I thought that was so funny.
Huh?
I forgot about this.
What does that vocal sample say? Funky Barber?
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, sounds like the theme from Star Trek.
This part, it's that 13 vibe again.
Really?
It's that 13 vibe. Even with the vocal singing.
You're selling me on 13. I might have to play it.
It's got a good soundtrack. I do think Hamauzu wrote most of it though.
Okay.
Yeah. You put the new Wall Market actual song in here, right? I see it here.
Yeah.
Oh god,
it's
I'm gonna be
all three versions of it, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Because first we got to listen to this. But listen, because I think
Do you have the battle version too?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Track 70 it's the reggae one.
Oh, it's the reggae one. Oh, okay.
In fact, it's better. It's dub. Like it's
this is how I felt like it should have sounded.
This should be the Wall Market music. Why isn't it? Wait, there's vocals.
No way.
What?
Wow. You told me earlier that this isn't actually in the game.
I don't think so.
Like, at least if you're... I never heard this version in the game. Not that I remember.
I'm almost certain it's not because I found people on the internet complaining that there's no reggae Wall Market music in the game.
Oh.
So did they put this on the soundtrack in response to that? No, because the soundtrack came out before the game did, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it just got edited out of the game in some way.
I can't remember if I did hear this or didn't hear. I don't recognize it.
I didn't hear this version. I heard the version that you told me about, which is coming up.
It's like the second part of the collapsed highway, right?
Yeah. When you meet Beck.
The thieves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beck's badasses.
Yeah. They were so funny.
So I'm glad that this is on here.
Yeah, this is nice. This is like old school feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. What we get in the game, in the second part of Collapsed Highway, is Migurumi something or other.
Migurumi.
Yeah. It starts with the battle version. This is the fight.
I recognized this as the Wall Market theme, and I was like, ooh, this is good. You get some like some rave music going.
This is weird because here they did combine the battle and the regular versions into one track.
Interesting.
And they reversed the order.
That's weird.
And there's gonna be, I don't remember when it happens, but there's this big breakdown, and then it goes into the
Battle
regular.
version. Oh.
No,
Oh,
like,
I see what you mean.
Before it goes to the non-battle version.
That's interesting.
That has the weird vocal samples going. Wet, wet, wet. I remember this part of the game really clearly because this was where I realized, oh, Aerith is actually really strong in the remake.
Yeah.
Like,
she's actually pretty good.
Her ranged attacks are really good.
These rhythms are great.
Move the progress thing like a centimeter to the right.
Like here?
Yeah. Here we go. This is the breakdown. You get to hear that guitar all by itself.
And this is the non-battle version, huh?
Yeah.
I actually like this version more, I think, than the battle version. Boom, boom, these crazy, like...
Those like 808 drums, 808 bass drum.
Check it out.
But what I can't figure out is why they put this in that part of the game.
And not in Wall Market. At least, because it's the Wall Market theme.
If they had put it in Wall Market, we wouldn't have to hear... we wouldn't have to hear track 72...
I'm glad we both agree that we don't like this track.
Okay.
First of all, it sounds like a festival, and it sounds happy. Wall Market is not a happy place. Like, I never thought of it as a happy
I have so many questions about this track. Like, never before have I wanted to grab the composer's face and just ask him, like, what were you thinking? Because I can't make sense of it. There's this happy, really simple melody, but over the top of, what is that, a ska band? Playing funk, like James Brown rhythm? Like, this is really like ska sounding. And the this is really James Brown sounding. Like, the melody and then the stuff going on under the melody seem totally unrelated. They kind of match, but not really.
Yeah.
And that's not the last time we will hear something like that in this by this guy. This is that guy. This is I have a theory about why it's like this. So if you skip ahead to the next one, which is Chocobo Sam. Same melody.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I have a feeling like maybe
is he doing this?
Do you get the sense maybe he wrote this first?
Probably.
Listen how a melody like kind of matches.
This sounds like it fits here. You know, for the
sounds like a
guy.
Chocobo guy melody.
Yeah.
So I guess of the three, this is the best. That's the worst. I shouldn't call it the worst because I think there's a track that I like less than Wall Market, but we'll get to that later. Oh, there's a third version, which is the Madam M version.
Oh.
Is she called Madam Mam in Japanese?
Yeah.
It's the same
Is this
melody.
inside her parlor?
No, it's the whole street. The whole East Shopping Street.
Yeah.
It's Indian sitar and same whistle again? We don't have to listen to this. It's bad. 75 Masuru what?
Oh, the Muscle Boys.
Monotachi. It's the most muscles in English. This is when you're doing squats with jewels.
This sounds like it would be in a Final Fantasy VII racing game.
Yeah. This is variation on the battle theme, right?
Yes.
I mostly like the beginning. The beginning is hype.
I like that.
All I can think about is this animation. Stopping every...
Oh man, did you do the pull-ups with Tifa?
I gave up on the last round.
Oh man, you gotta get that trophy,
Because
man.
it was a champion belt. I was like, I don't need it. It made me so angry. The honeybee...
Toro Toro no Amai Yoru.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In English, it's called An Unforgettable Night. start out and you're like, oh, it's the original, and then it gets
A little different.
okay, and now it's very different.
Okay, so I want to ask you your thoughts on that entire scene. I would love to hear what your reaction was to this.
So I like this music better than the original version. Because one of the things I always disliked about Uematsu music was when there's like a humorous scene and then the music is like supposed to sound funny.
Yeah.
It's like, wacky things are happening. That's very much what like this sounded like in the old game.
This track in the original irritated me a little bit.
It's ugly. It's not good. But like, then so, you know, if they just repeated that sequence as it appeared in the old game in the remake, it kind of would have been problematic. Mm-hmm. It didn't age well.
Yeah.
So I thought that they did a nice like kind of progressive turn.
Yeah.
But it's marred by another track that we're gonna hear soon.
Okay.
Which happens during the show.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's that guy. It's Suzuki Mitsuto again.
Oh, it's that guy again.
Let's take a break from the Honeybee Inn for a second.
Okay.
Track 80. Corneo Coliseum.
Oh.
Coroneo Coliseum. A new track, also by Suzuki Mitsuto.
I love the...
I like this beat. Woo wee woo. There's not a lot to this song.
Reminds me of a Blue Man Group performance that I had on DVD. They did the drum.
Keyboard.
They did the same.
This is really
I like this.
simplistic. Yeah, no, it's good, but it's like a good idea. It's not a fully fledged song.
Yeah.
And I guess that's fine because it only plays when you're in the basement of the Coliseum, like waiting for your next.
Just
fight.
background music.
Yeah. I feel like this could be expanded into like a really awesome tune. I think this is also a Suzuki. I didn't mark it, but I feel like it was.
That's cool.
That's pretty good. It never goes anywhere though. It's just an A section with they add the keyboard, they add the bass, and then
So it has potential, but it doesn't really use it.
it doesn't develop. It's how should we minimalist,
Yeah.
if you will. Okay. I think when you're auditioning or something, you have to do a dancing minigame, right?
Yeah.
Track 87.
Whoa. It's like Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the battle
it is the
theme.
battle theme.
Yeah.
I hear it.
But the bass.
It is good.
Somebody really likes saw bass. Like
I like it.
it's good. It's good.
I like it. I don't like the name of this track.
Oh, they just call it that because it's based on the battle theme, I think.
I know, but they could have made something. I feel like,
Odoru Monotachi.
yeah.
The next track. Oh, this is the one. This is probably my least favorite one. This plays during the show
Okay.
when Cloud is on stage,
Okay.
which I like the scene.
It can be better.
It could be better. Why is there that string note? So dissonant.
And it has like no meaning to be there.
This whole song to me sounds like two different songs crushed into one or something. Like, and this sounds like something the Mask would dance to. Somebody stop me!
Scene was fantastic
The
though.
scene is good.
I feel like the music could have been better.
Sax player's going nuts. I'm not going to complain about the saxophone because we don't hear a lot of saxophone in the rest of this. Oh, and it's over. That's odd. Okay.
This is another one of the tracks that irritated the hell out of me from the original version.
Yeah, it's supposed to be funny.
It doesn't stop.
That's in here, but it's understated.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking for it. I was like, where's the do-do-do-do-do-do? That weird... What is it? It's some kind of keyboard.
It's some kind of keyboard. Should it be starting right?
It comes in later. First you get a iteration with none. Which is good, because I never really paid attention to this melody before.
So I've actually never listened to any of the soundtrack apart from playing the game. So this is my first time hearing the music without
clarinet.
I hear it. It's like almost
It's down.
hard to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know some people are looking for it, so they put it in. And I was like, oh.
Yep. Wrong.
Wrong.
Fake news.
And then Tiff is like, I'll smash him. And then he's like, you're a nasty woman. Train graveyard.
Oh, I love that scene. They did a really good job with it, I think, in the remake. You were telling me that it actually like spooked your daughter a little bit, huh?
She couldn't handle the graffiti showing up. Like, she was like, what?
That's cute.
I think it was a combination of that and the music was, you know, really sets the mood, right? Yeah.
I'm still trying to remember the original version.
I think this is new. Did the train graveyard have a theme?
I think they used the Fuang theme. The
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, you might be right, because I distinctly remember the train graveyard in the original not being very scary.
right, it wasn't. It
didn't
wasn't
have a
even. Well, they had ghosts, I guess. But it was just like generic RPG ghosts.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it as this place is haunted. So they really like pushed the scariness to the next spookiness, I guess.
Yeah.
To the next level.
I liked what they did with this scene. They made it really long too, and they had like a boss fight and everything. And
it's more fun than the original.
two boss fights even.
In the original, aren't you just like pushing switches?
Yeah, you move 2 trains and then you go back to Tifa's place. That's it.
Okay.
Well, to climb the tower rather. But yeah, like you spend a maximum of like 10 minutes there in the original game.
10 minutes, really?
Not even like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like 2 screens.
In my memory, it's much longer, but
It's like 2 screens.
there's also a battle version or
Oh.
a battle. It's 102, the haunted.
Bole no. What is that? Akse?
No,
Aku no.
what?
We're illiterate. That doesn't work. This sounds like a 13 track as well. It does. It
I
sounds
forgot-
like a 13 track.
Wow. What do you call that? Quartal harmony? Like all these parallels.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of, actually? Yasunori... What's his name? Mitsuda?
Yeah.
The guy who did Chrono Trigger
Yeah.
and Xenogears? He did this kind of thing. With changing keys and all this parallel, like...
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the soundtrack in 13 sounds just like this. I would be surprised if this is not Hamauzu. This one says Infinito Endo.
Oh, sorry, it's Infinity's End in English.
That's interesting. I remember this track.
This is when you fight Swordapede, Sword Dance. That dragon thing, probably Zerko doesn't like it because it's kind of worm-shaped.
She did mention something.
It's like a
about
flat, it's like a flag-shaped dragon
Yeah.
with swords coming out of
And
it.
it's a normal enemy in 7.
That's right.
Yeah. They did a lot of that. They made like a normal enemy into a boss fight, like the Hell House.
Yeah.
I loved that.
The Hell House was tough. I didn't.
It was hard.
This melody right here. That's strong.
This is also very 13. You're gonna like 13, I think. At least the music. A lot of people don't like 13 as a game.
Really?
Yeah. I would say...
What are the battles? They're not menu based, are they?
They are. They are. It's a little bit more flowing than older ones, though.
Okay.
It's interesting. So you only control lightning, and the other two are automated. And what it is like you can later on you'll get these roles that you can assign to each character, and then you have to have like role sets, and you switch between role sets in real time in battle. So it's like if you want lightning to be a magic user, this person to be a tank, and this person to be a healer, and then you want to switch everyone to all attack, like you can do that.
Huh.
And everyone gets different skills based on that.
Alright.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
All Quiet at the Gates?
When was that?
I don't know. Oh. This is another Silent Hill sounding track.
I was gonna say.
It sounds like Silent Hill.
seen a little girl?
Or, yeah, Cheryl?
Is it Cheryl?
What's going on with that radio?
The best part.
Or
Radio.
It kind of sounds like music they'd play in the background of a news story about something scary happening.
This is super Silent Hill right
Actually,
here.
yeah, parallel chords. Yeah,
Even just like the way the instrument sounds, like the
pad.
tone, the pad they used. It's like straight out of Silent Hill. This is amazing.
I'm trying to find my wife, Mary. I told her I'd come to
Mary?
Silent Hill.
Is that you? Oh, you're not Mary. Anyway, I'm glad you're okay. Anyway? What do you mean anyway?
Possibly when you get into the Shinra building.
Could be.
Sounds like it should be stealth. Like a stealth. That's not a stealth area, but
Yeah, because I think when you go in, there's no guards at the entrance.
yeah, I
So-
felt really weird, like just walking around and like they're having board meetings and they can see me, but like they don't care.
Yeah, that was so weird. I was joking about it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm walking around with a gigantic sword with a mercenary
Talking to
outfit.
people in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I was like, how do these people not act suspicious about me?
And that part where you gotta, in Japanese, I don't know how it is, but you gotta use the password to find the.
Oh yeah,
and you're like,
Shicho, Psycho.
Mayor.
It's the same thing.
When you
in
go to
Japanese.
the snack bar and say mayor, the woman's like, mayo? We don't have any mayo. So dumb.
In Japanese, he says shicho, and she says stew.
Oh, clever! Gotta translate those gags. You fight this thing in the lab.
With Barrett and Aerith, right?
Yeah, and Tifa.
Oh wait, which one?
Or I don't remember who's in your party, but Tifa's with you, but I don't remember if she's in the fight.
Oh. I remember a big tank-looking thing that drops down to
for me, Barrett was up. Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different fight. This is again the boss music, but this is the orchestra version.
I like this. This is good.
So you get both. You like the rock one or the orchestra one?
Have them both.
You can have them both.
They put so much work into this game, though. You gotta appreciate that. It's wonderful. Even if it is just the first chapter of the game, the amount of work that went into this was wonderful.
Do you think they're gonna burn out before they make the other two?
I hope not, because
They've set
Crunch,
themselves
crunch.
up. Yeah, it's like a year and a half away still. The second one.
I think so.
I think so.
I was thinking since like character assets are already made, story is probably already planned. It might be quicker for the next entry to come out. Because the first one was announced 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was announced in 2015 at E3. And it took them until... And I know that's nothing compared to games like Final Fantasy XV, which had a 10-year development cycle. But still, it's like, 5 years from the time of announcing a game to its release is kind of much. And I hope that the next chapter is at most like 2 years away.
Well, they expanded. Here's the thing that confuses me. They expanded Midgar like a lot to make the first part. If they make part 2, take up the same fraction of Final Fantasy VII, don't they have to squish it down? Because the middle of the game in the old game was a lot of stuff, like a lot of.
So, in the original game,
Listen to this rhythm.
yeah, it's changing it up.
Kind of hemiola. Oh, that's a
I feel like they're mixing the regular battle theme with
Yeah.
the boss theme
rhythm
and layering it.
motif from the old battle theme.
That's cool. I didn't notice that.
Huh.
That's cool. I think what they're gonna do is not expand too much more outside of Midgar. They wanted Midgar. I think they wanted Midgar to look huge, like compared to like the rest of the game. And I think they did a good job at that. And I think that if they keep doing that, we're gonna have like 12 parts. So
Didn't they decide? Wait, was it ever announced that it was gonna be 3 parts?
no,
Oh.
it's never been announced how many parts it's gonna be. People speculate, but we don't know.
Oh,
But
why did I have that in my head?
But in the original game, I want to say Midgar took up about, if I'm being generous, about a quarter of the game was in Midgar. Maybe a fifth. I got through it in 4 hours. 3 hours, I think, on a replay. But that's like skipping through all the dialogue and like I know where to go, you know?
Okay.
I think on average it might take you about 6-7 hours to get through Midgar on your first time. Maybe.
I think I played the replay a little, the remake a little slow, because my final time was 40 hours.
I think mine was like 37 hours.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
I feel like I spent too much time in Walmart. And that's why I hate that music. Track 154, 7 seconds until the end. This is when you're talking to Sephiroth.
Oh.
After you fight him, I think. Spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah, by the way.
It was a spoiler for me. I didn't think I was going to have to fight Sephiroth at the end of Midgar. I was like, what? I thought I was going to be fighting Heidegger or something. I know what happened. Didn't President Shinra... He's supposed to die.
I
Isn't
thought
he?
he did die.
Did he die in the remake?
Yeah, I think so. He fell off the building, right? Or something happened.
No, Barrett pulls him up.
He does, yeah.
Then what happens?
Then...
He's supposed to die because Rufus is supposed to take over.
No, I can't. I think he still gets killed and they see him dead in a different way. I can't.
Oh.
I gotta replay it now.
I didn't like this part because in the old one, don't you get captured and you're in prison?
Yeah.
And then when you get out, you find everybody dead.
Yeah.
But in the remake, it's not like that.
So what happens? You go to Aerith's old room, and it's like you just kind of hang out there, and she tells you about her past, and then you go up to find the president, and what is it?
You find blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's like purple, steamy blood.
Well, in the old game, it was just blood.
Yeah,
I don't know why they changed
scarier.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you find the president like outside on the balcony or something, right?
Okay.
In the new one, I mean.
Yeah, he's
It's-
hanging from the thing.
Yeah.
He almost falls, but Barrett grabs him.
And then he pulls his gun on Barrett, and then I forget.
Oh, so he got away.
No, this is what happens. He gets killed by Sephiroth. Just like how it's supposed to happen. Yeah, he pulls the gun on Barrett, the golden pistol, and Sephiroth kills him. He stabs him from behind. And then spoiler, stabs Barrett too.
But not that much of a spoiler, because
He gets undone. Whispers are like, no, you can't do that.
I didn't like that. The whole. We won't talk about whispers in this video, but I feel like it's not necessary.
I was telling you the theory I saw on my favorite theory of the Whispers is that the Whispers represent the hardcore elitist FF7 OG purists who don't want the story changed. That's what the Whispers are. Mm-hmm. It made me laugh so hard.
It works. They fly around with scary capes. They look like the Dementors from Harry Potter.
I made that joke so many times. It's like Expecto Patronum.
Yes. The last thing I want to play is not on here, but you can get it on. You can find it on YouTube.
Okay, just pull it up real quick.
It's it's a little thing I like to call hip hop de chocobo.
No, I was cringing so hard when I heard that.
Is it me or was that the first Is it the first jukebox track you find?
It's one of the first ones.
It was
yeah.
the first one I found.
I think it's the first one I found too. Like, this isn't even the worst part.
Chocobo trap music. Well, they had to do it, right?
I'm surprised it's not on the soundtrack. Maybe
It is if you buy the 8-disc version.
Oh.
The 8th disc has all the jukebox songs. I didn't buy that. Yeah, what?
Oh,
The
man.
chocobo noises.
I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to play Hollow. I want to show you that.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about that part that Zerako and I laugh a lot at. She knows. So I think that this is a great track. I don't know what he thinks about the vocals. I like the vocals. I think just overall the composition of this track is really nice. I watched the making of video on YouTube before the game came out, and yeah, I was like, wow, this new theme is solid. But I'm sure you guys have all heard it. If you haven't heard it, go look it up. Hollow. It's called Hollow. FF7 Remake Hollow. I'm just gonna skip to the funny part. Okay, here it comes. This is the funny part. What is it?
Huh?
It's English, right?
Yeah, I heard the word howling.
Oh, I think it was saying hollow.
Oh. So
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Ooh, that's like the Japanese syllables.
Yeah. But like the way he just like pushed that syllable out was hilarious to me. Oh.
Wow. Well, thank you all for watching us while we gush/hate over the Final
Very,
Fantasy.
very few things I felt I hated.
No,
about the soundtrack,
for the
yeah.
most part, I really
Loved
like it.
Loved it.
Quite good.
Love the remake. I love the remake. It's not perfect, but I'm still gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I do that.
10 out of 10.
I do that. Yeah.
10 out of 10. I would probably say.
Okay, 9.5 out of 10 would be my fair rating.
Okay.
Yeah,
If I
'cause
had.
I will admit it's not a perfect game. There are some things maybe they could have done.
Oh, are we talking about the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the soundtrack.
Oh, no. Soundtrack's like 8.5 out of 10.
I was gonna say 8 out of 10 for the soundtrack, and for the game, I actually feel like I might rate the game slightly lower than the soundtrack.
Ooh.
I don't know. I already said 8, 7.65. I mean, I like it enough that I'm gonna play it again. So I guess I like it more than that.
I really love it. See, I was riding this hype ever since 2006. And when you know what was dropped, and I was like, please make it, and it's like constantly been like that in the back of my mind until this game came out, and it was worth it to me.
That's a lot of build up.
It was like it delivered to me. It's not the full game. I will admit I'm a bit disappointed it wasn't the full game. They didn't need to add all this extra story to it, but what they gave us I liked a lot. I thought it was really good. And yeah, all these minor characters like now have major plot to them, like Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. I like them as characters. They're great.
Wedge.
Yeah.
Hey, Cloud. My name is Jesse Jason. My channel is called Chorus Isolate Confirm.
My name is Toshi Onchi, and my channel is Toshi Onchi. I have a Twitch channel as well. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
It's just Toshi. And I
Toshi.
stream live, like, random games on there, like, all the time. Just come hang out with me and let's talk about some games. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
Thank you.